My name is Brianna Vannozzi. I'm a correspondent for NJTV News. We are the statewide public television station for New Jersey, and we've been following Sandy victims from the start, and we feel it's important to see how many folks have been shortchanged, and we want to tell their story and see just how difficult it is for them to go through this process.
We are interviewing Gustavo Reyes, one of our clients here in Atlantic City, who suffered 6 feet of floodwater in his home for several days after Hurricane Sandy.
Right now, I owe them $23,000 for this property, which I cannot pay it. I'm out of work. I got an accident in my job. And we take one day at a time. Whatever God gave me, I take it. Nothing else we can do about it. Nothing else I can do about it.
In this scenario, he came nowhere near where he should have been in terms of his full recovery. We're not even scratching the surface of his ultimate payout.
Okay, let me call these people. They said, we're gonna be there in 2 weeks. They came out in 2 weeks. I gave the guy the keys, he opened the door. I want him to open the door. So when he opened the door, he got wet all over. When he got wet all over, he said, no, I'm not going anywhere because I see it. Everything is damaged. You're gonna receive, he got my name and everything, my insurance company and everything. And he says, you're gonna receive a check so you can start working right away because I can see it. What I received was a letter saying, I do not qualify. I asked the guy, I called the guy and I said, what do you mean? Can you tell me who's qualified for this? Oh, that's something that I cannot tell you. I said, well, son, I was so aggravated. I mean, it was too much, it was too much.
He is dealing with the situation everyone is dealing with nowadays, which is fighting with their flood insurance carrier by way of FEMA. So FEMA has taken the liberty of reopening 144,000 claims. He's one of 144,000. He received $12,000 from flood, having 6 feet of water on the first floor of his home, completely gutted. Has not received a penny since.
My name is Brian Wilton, and I'm currently the mayor of the borough of Lake Como here in Monmouth County. My Superstorm Hurricane Sandy adventure began, like everyone else, on October 29, 2012. I was actually the captain of the Belmar Water Rescue Team, which is a after-hours 24/7 water response unit, and we're put on call for the storm to handle any potential water-related issues. And we really weren't aware of what we were in store for. We weren't ready for the magnitude. And when Sandy hit, we got to work very quickly. So it just wasn't the residential properties that were affected. The businesses were affected as well. There were some on the ocean side that were destroyed and could never go back, and have tried with varying degrees of success to reopen in other parts of town.
I'm the owner-operator of Jacobob's The Bay, which is a restaurant that's behind me. It was completely destroyed in Superstorm Sandy. Still waiting to rebuild. I've been through many different processes. We were flood insurance, building insurance. Our one insurance offered us, we were covered for over $1.5 million. I was offered $9,000. My deductible is $10,000. So that's really the heart of the story. So if the insurance made me whole, then I would be back in business.
Someone needs to hold FEMA responsible for the way they handled the Sandy claims process. And the way you do that is get the money for these people so they can get back in their homes and finish the projects and replenish their life savings that they wiped out, replenish the retirement funds, the college funds, pay the family members back that they had to borrow from because they were shorted through their insurance.
The storm, you always knew it could happen. Look at the year before, it didn't happen. You always knew it could happen. You wished it didn't happen, but it did happen. So now your consequences are you have to rely on your insurance and everybody else to help you.
Right, but that's why you have insurance. You're paying this premium every year, this huge premium, so that if this ever happens, you know you're going to be okay. And how naive of us, I guess, to think like, you're going to pay this premium and you insure yourself for $250,000. So you think, all right, well, the quote to rebuild was, I don't know, 100 and some thousand. We're going to get at least that because we're insured for $250,000. And then they give you a check for like $70,000. And you're like, if we had had some representation the first time, someone helping us, telling you step by step what to do,
If I could write a
help you
book for,
out.
God forbid, it happened to somebody else.
Yeah, you know,
I could tell
a
them
little
what to
bit
do,
of,
what not to
you
do.
know, guideline. Not that they're exactly telling you what to do, but we literally, it was like you were just thrown to the wolves and they ate you up and they spit you out, and here we are. And you know,
It was surreal.
It was.
It was a surreal.
It was. It still is surreal. We're just hoping to get past it.
A lot of people suffered because of the Sandy, and there is a lot of people still suffering because the help didn't come on time or didn't actually come at all. First few weeks I was living in somebody's house as a friend, and when I came back, my house was not livable. And then I have to go find another property where I have to find some rental property to live in. And at the same time, I have to pay my rent and I have to pay my mortgage. I am still suffering, and I don't know what's gonna happen, and maybe I'm gonna lose my house because I can't afford paying it anymore, where I'm paying two different things at the same time. I do have permits to fix my porches, but I can't get to it if I don't have the money, but they keep sending me the certified mail, and I actually have to end up paying some fines on it too, because I don't live here. And whenever it rains, and if the grass goes up like two inches, they send me a fine. I want to thank you guys too, to coming out and trying to help the people that need help.
So right after Sandy, we started rebuilding. We had flood insurance. We thought, you know, we're insured, everything will be good. And we started gutting our home a couple weeks after Sandy. We're the first people that got a dumpster on our property when the companies opened and cell phone service came back. And about January, 3 or 4 months after Sandy, my neighbor comes to me and he says, George, if we don't raise our homes at a cost of $150,000 or more, our flood insurance is going to go to $30,000 a year. And you know, there were some dark nights there where I actually, you know, I'm a provider, and I said I'm not going to be able to provide for my family because the federal government is making my flood insurance go from $1,000 to $30,000 a year. And that's kind of, I wanted information, and that's kind of how we started the group.
I can't tell you the amount of pressure George is saying. As a second homeowner, you were definitely underpaid. I felt like, maybe as most people, that we were paid okay. I had enough to do what I had to do, but according to all the line items, there were certain things, including the siding of my house, which apparently I wasn't paid for, that George is saying that you need to go in there. There's probably a lot of other things that are being forgotten that you need to go in there and definitely reopen that claim, because again, he's saying don't be afraid of them coming to take money from you. It's more like the other way around, is that Stop FEMA, or FEMA, is not paying what they should be paying, and we should look at going back into opening that claim again.
If you're not sure if you deserve to reopen up your claim, I strongly urge to Google the storm after the storm on 60 Minutes. Please Google the storm after the storm on 60 Minutes, and you'll see the fraud that was perpetuated to 74,000 New Jersey homeowners who had flood insurance and were shorted on their flood insurance claim.
If you can go back and get something else and that helps you to recover, fight for it. In life, you need to fight. You need to pick up your pants, your bootstraps, and keep on moving. Keep on going. Keep on going.
So this is it. We only got one more shot. September 15th is the deadline. I know you're angry. I know you're probably sitting in your home and you're disappointed. You're like, how am I going to move forward? I might lose my home. Open up your Sandy claim. You only have until September 15th. Don't wait till the last day. Open it today. If you have a question, go to stopfemanow.com. Go to Facebook, Stop FEMA Now. Email me at stopfemanow@gmail.com. I don't only want you to reopen up your claim. I don't only want you to watch this video. I want you to forward this video to your neighbors, your Sandy affected neighbors. Forward this email to all your neighbors and friends so they can reopen up their claim. There is power in numbers, and we have this once in a lifetime opportunity where you get a second chance. Don't let it slip by.